And camera. 3, 2, 1. Rolling sound. Give me a clap. Who are you?
Who am I? That's an amazing question. I am Shamira, born and raised in Atlanta. I used to call myself the Renaissance woman growing up. Because I just wanted to be great in literally everything that I dream, think, imagine, see myself doing. I just wanted to be great at it. I am a soft-hearted person in a sense with a tough exterior. I can be blunt at times. But I promise you at the end of the day, I'm very kind and I mean the best in everything and all that I do.
What was your childhood like, and what were some important lessons that you learned then that you carry with you today?
I had a pretty dope childhood overall. I mean, there were some things that, you go through as a kid that every child shouldn't have to go through, but you do. But you get over it. But overall, I just remember just having like the best fun, like just being creative and imaginative and just creating things, building things, and just running around, falling, playing, and just being so imaginative, like having drive-through stores and building teepees with literally pine cones and sticks and straw and building actual working projectors and just all that kind of stuff. Just pretty dope. I just remember just being a kid and acting like animals in a zoo, climbing trees, hanging off cliffs and playing cops and robbers and and just getting hurt and just all of that, just having fun. But the thing that I think that the biggest lesson that I've learned through it all is just staying true to who you are and working hard for everything. Whether it's fun, you be the best at it. Whether it's serious, you just do the best at everything that's in front of you and what you have. And appreciate everything. Be grateful. Don't expect everything to be given to you. You gotta actually earn it and work for it.
How does a flower grow?
How does a flower grow? Well, you take that little seed. You gotta take that dirt. You have your little pot. You make your hole. You drop the seed in. You cover it up. Put that pressure on it. And then it starts to sprout after you start watering it. Give it time and it'll grow. And that also goes like a life. That goes in life as well. Get a little pressure. Seed it. Put it out there. Cover it up. Give it time. It'll grow.
Please give me a random number between 1 and 78.
44.
What's the greatest risk you've ever taken?
The greatest risk I've ever taken. I would have to say the greatest risk I've ever taken is just making the decision to trust in myself, my gift, and going for what it is that I want to go for, and not letting fear stop me and going backwards to what I'm comfortable in doing. Just to break that down further, I'm going to say, going from one job as your safety net and then going after what it is that you've always wanted to do and aspired and dreamed of, that field that you want to get into, going for it full-fledged and letting go of that safety net. That's like kind of one of the biggest things. And then trusting God and understanding and knowing that if it was put in front of you, then God has a way, He has a will, and He's going to make it happen for you. He's not going to let you fall.
Please give me another number between 1 and 78.
68.
How do you define art?
Heart.
Art.
Oh, art. Art is someone's way of, it's like a language, a person's own language. That's their way of expressing themselves, how they feel. Because a lot of people, they can't necessarily verbally say how they feel, whether they're happy, whether they're sad, whether they're anxious or nervous, or anything like that. All they have is like art to kind of fully express those thoughts, ideas, the what they know subconsciously, consciously and unconsciously. Um like we dream and we have all these ideas that come into play. We sometimes we can't speak on those dreams, but whether we're writing a script or we're drawing or we're creating these fashion pieces, it all come back to play through our creative art. And then sometimes we don't even know it, but once we see the finished product, that's when we start to say, oh, like I've seen that before, but it might have been a dream that I've seen it before. Or this is how I'm feeling. But I've never been able to tell anybody this is how I'm feeling. So the best way for me to non-verbally say how I feel is just to create it. If I feel crazy, I'm going to make something crazy. I'm going to write something crazy. I'm going to draw something crazy. So it's just another language for self.
Please give me another number from 1 to 78.
10.
Has your greatest fear ever come true?
Has my greatest fear ever come true? No, I wouldn't say if that it's come true. And nor do I hope for it to come true. But there have been a lot of fearful things that has happened in life, but it's not a hinder. You just learn from it, grow from it, build from it, and keep it moving. So I don't really hone on too much fear. Like it happens, but it's either gonna make you or break you. And if you let it break you, then what's the point of even being here if you're gonna let fear stop you? So I know that there's purpose, so fear is just an energized charge for me.
Please give me another number from 1 to 78.
17.
What was the best phase in your life, and what was the worst phase in your life?
Ooh, the best phase of my life and the worst phase of my life. Um, I kind of want to say it was a moment that happened all at the same time. It's like I got the best and the worst at the same time. Um, but it's kind of also like where I was given my second chance to kind of just embrace myself, embrace life and what's ahead, and just understanding like, okay, there are some things that you need to let go of in the past that can hinder you, but you have to let go in order to move forward. So, there was a situation with a guy, and I'm not calling no names. I'm not saying nothing, but just know I've learned from it, and it has pushed me to be actually a better person. I'm not bitter. I'm not nothing. Like situations happen. Not saying that it's okay that it happened, but you just you embrace it in a sense and you learn it. But it kind of gave you it gave me um a what's the word that I want to use? What is the word? Kind of like a self-realization moment, like that aha moment for me. And it was like, okay, your eyes need to be open. You're a little too comfortable in where you are right now. So, like, speak up more for yourself, but don't let it hinder you. And just realize when you see red flags, take heed to them, listen to them, and just go the opposite way. And yeah. And I'm my goal is to use like any traumatic experiences or anything like that to um put into the arts, as I would say. Like I want to write a book and I want to write a film based on the same thing. So just taking those feelings, doing a lot of self-realization and just understanding me more, and then just moving forward to what it is I want to go after in life. Am I talking in circles? I hope y'all get what I'm saying. Like, but yeah, so that's a good little gist.
Please give me a final number between 1 and 100, or 1 and 78.
What number are we seeing? 58? Did we say 58 already? Okay.
Can you pinpoint the moment in your life where you were the happiest?
The happiest. There were actually a few. I think the most fulfilling moment was one when me and my sister created a actual working projector. Cause we used to enjoy playing school. So we created a actual working projector out of cardboard box, mirrors. What else did we use? The transparency paper, wax paper, a lamp. Just creating things in general is like the most fulfilling. When I'm on set and I'm just watching like all these elements being put together and you're shooting and they're filming and they call camera rolling, and I'm just like, oh, like this is dope. Like it's like a high for me. Or when we were younger, and like I was saying in the earlier in the interview, we created a teepee using sticks and pine cones and trees. Like we made this little swinging door, and that was like the highlight. And like we would just, it was a regular tree, but we built the teepee around the tree, so we was able to like walk around the tree and walk in and out. It was just really cool. Just being creative. I think that's my happiness, just creating anything in general, whether it's out of my element, in my element, just being creating, just being creative and being around creatives is fulfilling for me.
How do you find meaning in your daily experience? What propels you through life?
I literally pray every morning. Every morning I before my feet touch the floor, I have to make sure I pray, read my scripture. And even when I'm headed, I'm like, okay, God, like I know something amazing is gonna happen today. It's gonna be a great day. Even if I do have my little hiccups or it's something like trying to knock me off my little happy seat. I know that it's still gonna be a good day. Like it's not gonna hinder me. It's not gonna make me have a nasty attitude about anything. I know today's gonna be a great day. It's another opportunity. You blessed me to with the use of my limbs, good health and strength. These just kind of like my daily prayer with me and God when I'm talking. Um, and just waking up because you know that there's purpose for your life, even if it's uncertain and you're not necessarily sure. Just knowing and you feel that nudge on the inside, like there's more to not only this day but to your life. Then it just still drive to keep you going, and that's meaningful to me.
What has the experience of living been like for you to this point? What can people learn from your life?
You can't let fear stop you. You can't let fear get in your way. You just gotta go. Like either you're gonna roll with the punches or you're gonna get ate. And I don't wanna get ate up. Because I know it's too much to live for. I know it's too much for my life. I know it's too much to be able to experience in this world. A quote that has been running through my mind since I started this new production. And I was just looking at all these big houses, and I was like, okay, one, I want to be a homeowner. But the quote that popped up out of nowhere and it stuck to me. It was like, if it still exists, there's still opportunity. So that's my goal. Like if it still exists, money still exists, jobs still exist. There's so many people in the world that's living their dreams and making all these things come to life. Like if it still exists, I still have the opportunity to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do all that I can to experience what it is that I want and need to experience, to tap into those opportunities to say, oh yeah, it still exists for me for somebody else to say the same thing about me. So still exists. It's still opportunity.
So this is the big question and the reason we're here today. Life is fleeting. We never know when it's our time. If these were the last words ever recorded, what would you say about your life and legacy?
That I am proud of what I've accomplished so far, what I've overcome so far, what I've created so far, the relationships that I've built so far, the people that I've met so far, just the bonds and relationships built between me and my sisters that have grown stronger like that. That's what make me. My niece being born and having me like my own little sidekick. That's the most fulfilling thing, and I just want to make sure that I make them proud so that they can look at me and take it as an example to be fearless. Just move when you know it's right for you. Just move on and don't let anything hinder you. Like just being peaceful and being content and understanding, like even though life happens and curveballs are thrown at you, you don't let them stop you. You just got to keep rolling with the punches.
So I'll ask you one final time. Who are you?
Who am I? I am me. I am Shamira. Um, and I am creating a legacy for my family, for myself, and not even just for anyone that's like directly connected to me, but those that are indirectly connected to me too. Because everybody can look at you, everybody can look at your story, everybody can see you, but they're more so watching how you handle things, how you maneuver through life, how you take the curveballs. And my legacy is just take them and keep it rolling.
Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
That's a wrap.
Woo!
All right.